Welcome to episode 60 of the Preferred Experience podcast. Here with Megan Gallagher today. We are, and I'm Chris LeSueur, the host. We are going to share the team points for our CrossFit Open / Friday Night Lights event that we've been doing. We started this last Friday. It was a blast, like all day. I just felt the energy. I don't know about you, but it just
so
felt
much
awesome.
Fun. It was a lot of fun. So we had to go back and kind of redo all the points and stuff. There was a couple things here or there. We originally had thought that the green team had won, and now after going back and seeing everything, it was very tight. Varsity Blues actually won with 93 points. And then that's Unbroken Bitch.
You said it right.
They were second place at 91 points. And then the Tighty Whities, we got 84 points. And Magical Black Stallions came in at 82 points.
Man,
yeah.
I thought we were going to take it this last week. We have an awesome team.
Totally.
Who's on Varsity Blues on the blue team? The bluish greenish team.
It's Amy and Kimberly, Pickle, Joe.
Joe Pickney.
Joe Pickney.
He has a different name.
And I think Alyssa might be on the blue team. And I don't remember everybody off the top of my head.
Who was the top person for points, you know?
The top person for points, Mike Tolley. He got top 3 for males. And then Ashley Payne, she got top 3 scaled female.
Awesome.
Jared Christensen, he got top 3. He got number 1, top 3 for male scaled. And Alyssa, I think she got top 3 female. I think.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, they
awesome.
killed it.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it was a good one.
We'll find out tomorrow what event number 2 is.
Yeah.
And it's off to a great start. It's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
Make sure we do have the CrossFit Open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m.
Yep.
And we'll have it available during classes too, but it's so much more fun at night if you can make it. The energy and excitement from everyone is just it's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
So, love to have everyone there.
Totally.
So that's what we have. Yep. Megan joined me for this part, and I'll go on to the topic for today.
All right. See you guys later.
Thanks, Megan.
Yeah.
See ya. So the topic today is, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And I thought that goes really well with the CrossFit Open, as we're in the middle of that at the gym right now, and it's been an awesome challenge. It's funny how Dave Castro and the crew can come up with such an awesome workout that you just think, I don't know if that'll be that bad. Wall walks and double unders. For me, double unders are tough, and I'll get into that in just a minute. But for a lot of people, wall walks and double unders didn't think it'd be that crazy. But of course, the open workouts never disappoint. And it was crazy to see how hard everyone was pushing, and how some people were just towards the end of the workout, how they weren't falling apart, but it was just getting rough and just hard to hold that wall walk. So fun to see everyone pushing themselves so hard, and see them really working hard at doing their best. One of the biggest things that I've learned in my life, and most recently in the last 10 years, is one of the biggest ways to learn and become better is to go through a challenge. And it can be a challenge you don't want, or one that you create for yourself. So we all, unfortunately, are going to go through some things in life that are super hard and challenging for us, that we don't plan on. But I know that many times after we go through something hard and challenging, that we become better. And I've seen that. And then for a lot of people, one of the things that I like to do is I like to find challenges that will really helped me to improve in different areas. And different areas that I work on, I'll get into that in a little bit. But one of my favorite parts about CrossFit that we really work on is that we train for the unknown and the unknowable. And none of us last Thursday morning knew what the open workout was going to be. A bunch of wall walks and a bunch of double unders. And, for many of us, wall walks have not ever been a part of a workout. They've always been kind of a warm-up or a practice to improve your handstands. And love that workout just taxed so many of us and made us work so hard. And we get to do things like that in CrossFit every day, in our daily training or in competitions like the Open that we do once a year at the gym. And one of my many areas that I could use some improvement in is double unders. And I felt like I did really good for myself on Friday with the double unders. Made it through 100 total of them throughout the whole workout. The wall walks were definitely a huge part of the challenge for me. And then hitting double unders with just burned out shoulders made it even a even greater challenge. So double unders, I've had a horrible attitude towards them for years. I need Patrick as a coach more in my life because he gives everyone a hard time if they don't have him, and really gets everyone in his classes to do a great job at him. So I would recommend, if you are wanting to improve your double unders, check out Patrick's classes. He'll make sure that you're getting them. He says you never want to not be able to do a CrossFit Open workout because of double unders, and I thought that's great advice. So it lit a fire in me, and I practiced them again today in our workout, and it's made a big difference. So the one thing that double unders have really taught me is to learn patience, and also to when they get really tough, I don't know if I should admit this, but the first thing that I want to do when they get really tough, or I get just whipped by that rope, or just get super frustrated that I don't have them, the first thing I think of doing sometimes is throwing the rope. And I may have done that before, and it's an area that I'm working on. And one of the big things that I did today while I was doing the double unders is I had Coach Amy helping me and pushing me on them. She gave me a challenge to hit a certain amount in the 30 in the time that we were doing them today. So I focused on doing that, and it made a big difference what she helped coach me on that. And more importantly, I had one of the rounds that were just, I could not get them going. And one of the big things that really helped me during that challenge today was taking a step back, taking a deep breath, getting my mind right, and hitting them again. And I found that that's a really good thing that I've been able to learn from double unders and even other movements in here that can be super frustrating when we don't get them. But that's one of my favorite things about CrossFit is we constantly are working on different things, and we never reach there. We're never going to be like, okay, I made it. I don't have to practice that anymore on all the movements that we do in CrossFit. So you may get there on certain movements, but there's always going to be one that you can improve. And that's my favorite part and in CrossFit that I really like. I love the challenge that we constantly have in here, and the different workouts that we have, and the way that it pushes us. So double unders, pretty minor challenge in the whole scheme of life, but I learned a good lesson from them recently, and more importantly, last Friday and today as I did them. And I know that as you work on that in the gym and work on different things, that you're going to really grow from all of this, and it's going to help you in other areas of your life when you may need to take a step back and really take a deep breath and focus on your breath and really focus your mind on what you're trying to accomplish. One more story that I was able to witness this week is Tirsa and I took our kids to Phoenix Rock Gym on Monday night, and I was able to watch one of my boys, Beckham and Brody, climb these walls, and our girls did great too, but I seemed to be helping them more that night than anyone. And one of the cool things with Beckham, as I watched him go up the wall, is he wasn't making it. And he's like, he made the statement that, I'm not going to make it, you can let me down. But then I encouraged him to look at it a little bit different, and he looked at the wall a little different, and he found a different path up the wall, and he made his way to the top. And it was so cool to see him accomplish that. And, again, another small challenge, but fun to see how the little challenges that we may want to give up on sometimes, if we push through, we find a different way, we find a different path, and it really helps us to become better. One of the, I've been reading a book recently from my favorite author, Jordan B. Peterson. I have the book here. He wrote a book called 12 Rules for Life, and he just came out with this book called Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. So I've been reading through that, and rule number 7, it is called work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens. So work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens. And I love that rule. I love that part of the book. I haven't finished the book yet, but I bet that's going to be one of my favorite rules, and one that I've personally been able to do in my life and see a huge change come from it. So this rule is all about finding something hard to work on, and just really working at it and having that as your focus. And for me, what I choose to do is I like to choose 1 to 2 things a year that physically really push me. And this last year, is a little different than the normal races that I might have done, or events that I might have done. And I ended up, as many of you know, hiking the Grand Canyon / running part of the Grand Canyon and doing rim to rim to rim, it's a 48-mile day. It ended up being an 18-plus hour day for me. And let me tell you, that was a challenge for me. That was a really tough day. And but again, just so rewarding as I finished it. And you don't have to start with something that hard. You could start with, I talk to people all the time, and they're like, I'm not a runner. And I always teach them, well, you want to know how you become a runner? You start running. And for me, when I first started running, I was definitely not a runner. And I would do the walk-run way of training. And I trained that way for my first marathon. So you got to sometimes just break it down into smaller chunks. And as you do that, you're able to accomplish big things. And that's how it all started for me with endurance type things, is just starting with a little walk, and maybe choosing like a light pole in the distance and running to it, and then walking, and then going back and forth and doing that. And it makes a big difference just breaking down small things. But when we have something big, we grow. When we have something big that we're really working towards, we grow. And my new thing that I'm training for is another rim to rim to rim crossing at the Grand Canyon. I had a couple friends that were not able to make it back in October, and I promised them that I would do it with them when they were ready. And we have chose a date to go do this again. So May 1st, it's a Saturday. I have a few people joining me, or I'm joining them to do a rim to rim to rim crossing. And it's going to be a very big challenge for all of us. And it's given me a different focus. I've been able to this time really focus on my nutrition, and been seeing some great results come from that in just the last 2 months. So it's been really fun to do that. I've been working on nutrition myself personally, along with a bunch of other people that are working through our nutrition program with Tirsa and Megan. And it's been Tirsa and Megan have created this awesome nutrition program, and we have this new app that we use, and it's just been really great for me. It's the best I've ever done nutritionally, and it's fun to see some changes happening. I've seen, not only weight loss and body composition changes, but I've also seen my resting heart rate drop. I'm currently down to like 38 beats per minute for my resting heart rate, which I'm feeling very happy about at age 44. And it's just been a really good thing. It's helping me feel better all over. It's improving my performance in the gym. It's helping me recover better, sleep better, all that kind of stuff. It's been a really good thing. So 3 ways to improve at life, according to Chris LeSueur, that I came up with, are choose a challenge that scares you a little. I promise you the Grand Canyon, even doing it a second time, scares me a little, and it just lights a fire under me to keep training, to work on my nutrition, to work on my rest, my recovery, all that kind of stuff. And it's been pushing me in the gym and really helping me. So find something that scares you a little. It could be a 5K race. It could be a 10K. It could be doing Friday Night Lights with us. It could be showing up at the gym. There's so many different challenges for each of us. Start where you are at. Don't worry about where everyone else is at. Start where you're at and find a challenge that scares you a little. I promise you it'll make a huge difference. The next thing is train like everything depends on it. If you train like everything depends on it and you make those changes in all those different areas, whether it be nutrition or mindset or showing up to the gym each day, working harder at a work challenge or a family challenge or a personal challenge that you're going through. If you work at it like everything depends on it, you are going to see changes. And then the third thing is complete the challenge and choose your next challenge. Keep that cycle going, and as you do that, you're going to see just huge changes happen in your life. And I promise you that that's what I've experienced, and I've seen so many other people experience the same thing. I'm a part of some different groups and friends that do that, and man, it's just so cool to see what people can accomplish as they choose new challenges and work towards them. So that's been really an awesome thing for my life and within my family. The main areas that I've been working on personally are relationships with family and friends, working on things at work, at our car lot, LeSueur Car Company, at our gym, CrossFit Preferred, and working on different areas. And then I always like to have a challenge that's for me personally. So those 3 areas, as I work on them, make a huge difference. And I know they can make a huge difference for you. And I challenge you to think of something that scares you a little and to get after it. And remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And that is the topic for today. Thanks for joining myself and Megan in the beginning. We're super excited for this weekend at the CrossFit Open, Friday Night Lights challenge that we're doing here. And I challenge you, if you're not currently training at the gym or working on something that you could be better at, come in for a free intro at our gym. Try us out. We'd love to have you try it out. And you'll work with Tirsa and Megan and Kimberly, and they have just an awesome program to help you do your best. We start with an intro program at CrossFit Preferred on your first day, and we learn what you are all about, what you want to accomplish. And then we have a fundamentals program